The fifth point is selecting an alternative. So after evaluating the alternative course of action, so what is the best one for the organization, so that will be selected and it will be kept for making it use or for implementing it in the organization. And after that, one particular plan will be selected as an alternative for that plan. Suppose in some circumstances, if the selected plan doesn't work out, then they will be in need of an alternative plan to implement that. So this is the real point of decision making that is to be done by the managers. So the manager will select an ideal plan on the basis of the most feasible one, that is the most useful one for the organization, and it should be in a profitable manner with least negative consequences. So after implementing the alternative plan, it should not give any negative consequences at all. And in such cases, what the managers will do is they will select based on the experiences, and judgment will be made on their own personal experience. So sometimes when there is a combination of plan between two plans, the manager will apply permutation and combination. So this is one part of a mathematical way of selecting the work. So you might have studied in your lower classes about permutation and combinations. So when two alternatives are there, how they will work out and how they will select the best alternative one. So in that case, they will be selecting the best possible course of action. The sixth is implementing the plan. So this is the step of the major managerial function will come into existence. So this step is almost related with putting the plan into action. So far they were creating or setting the objectives and developing about the future plan and identifying the alternative course of action and evaluating that course of action and selecting an alternative. All these things were there, but the actual picture here is to implement the plan into the real environment. So this can be done either by, for example, if you say in case of any production about a huge unit, 1000 units, 2000 units, or likewise in a day, in one particular day or in one particular shift. So what is most important is here the machinery and the labor for working. So implementing the plan is, before implementing the plan, they should check whether there is adequate labor and adequate machinery is there or not for production. If not, they are supposed to do with purchasing the machinery or to intake more number of labors. So likewise the plan will be implemented, and what is the necessary materials that is needed for implementing the plan, that will be made into a possible one. The last step is follow up action. So after the plan has been implemented, some activities will be taking place that following it up. So that is checking whether the implemented activities are being performed in a proper schedule and proper order or not. So monitoring the plans, that is checking, viewing, supervising the plans is also considered to be a important one to achieve the objectives. And for this, one particular person will be appointed, and his work is to monitor the work or to follow up the work that is being done in the organization by the workers. So these are all the process of planning, and in each and every organization this process will be carried out in a successful manner. And after carrying out all these process only, many big institutions and organizations are finding profit nowadays. So these are all the very necessary one that is to be followed by the organization.